and you have a cerebral mindset, throw your hat in the ring. I'll probably vote for you.
Well, it sure isn't much choice of who to vote for, All I can say is I remember, put Hillary in prison. Well, now, Hillary's saying put Trump in prison. I have no idea. I try to stay out of politics on this show, but sometimes I get frustrated. Now,
well, one thing.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're the guest.
Well, I was just going to bring up, that I sent you to watch. David Wilcox, who, he says some interesting things, and he brings up some interesting ideas about aliens and things that are going on. He said some good things in that movie, and I enjoyed it. But he also made some predictions, so to speak, that they were people that he couldn't talk about that were all set to come after, quote, the bad guys in the deep state, and they were going to be indicted. And I thought, really? Okay, good luck. Good luck on that one.
I don't know. I hate to see our society in another 10 years. Well, one thing, Russia is taking credit. They're saying that Trump is their agent now.
Wow.
That's that's come out from the Russian news service. It's been flooded our news service like mad here for the last 2 days. So I don't know.
Well, I think that serves the purposes of Mr. Putin quite well too. So.
Oh yeah, it does. Now, how long have you been together as a musical group?
With Metatron Power and Light, we started. Oh, what was it? We've been together about 2 years, and things have gotten progressively better. I think that I finally found a group of people that I have synergy with. We like each other, and we're all basically in tune with the paranormal side of things. We understand that realities exist around us, and we're doing our best to put out good music that exposes that which a lot of people have not been exposed to.
Now, are you going to be ever playing anywhere, or is it just, you're just making music at this point?
I get asked that a lot, and the thing of it is, we're not doing that right now. We're basically doing studio work. A lot of people have asked me if I would, if we would come and play at this venue or that venue. We simply can't right now because Corey, Val, Charlie are all right now very, very busy. Charlie is working on a composition for one song that we're trying to do. Call it a cosmic party song. It's to make everybody feel good about who they are as human beings. And it's about a group of angels that come down and talk to people about the upside. And yeah, you'll get a copy of that as soon as it gets released. But we're doing some compositions. There's other people that want to do cover songs for us, and we're working on that. So right now, we don't have any immediate plans to play, but that may change in 2020. There's a few things that we want to get out of the way first, and then seriously, we may consider doing that.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The first time I ever, connected with you and I heard your music, I'll be honest with you, because I do paranormal, it just blended perfect. But you guys put your thoughts in it. You put your feelings into it. And emotions. I mean, when you guys and your lady singer, you put 100% into it. And I tell you, that's why I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. That came out wrong. I want to say that's why people love it.
Well, I'm glad that I'm glad you like it, Gary, and I'm glad that your audience likes it. And as far as Val is concerned, Val is the cerebral, spiritual female singer that I never had the opportunity to to play with professionally in the past. I've had a lot of female singers that I've worked with, and she, I mean this, Val, is the best. She's the smartest. She's the most creative. She has that angelic voice that conveys a spiritual quality that I really enjoy. And she's just fun to be around. Plus, she puts up with my smart-ass sense of humor, so, what can I say?
Yeah, it's just interesting. Who writes most of the songs?
I've written most of them, but there have been several of them, including, well, she did, I wrote most of them, but let me put a caveat on that. Val has, on several of those songs, when she heard a chorus or she heard a word or a series of words that she could structure and make that convey a better thought, she did that, and she has done that from I think number 3 song on, and we've knocked out 10 of them so far, and she's done a wonderful job. Disclosure is a perfect example where she took the chorus that I had written and she took part of that and she rewrote it, and she did an absolutely magnificent job. So between the percussion that Corey Fish does, and he is the consummate percussionist, Charlie being the bass guitarist, the rhythm guitarist, the composer that he is, and Val, who also does composition and sings. I think that we've got a great combination, and we have nowhere to go but above and beyond. So that's where we're heading.
What is your favorite song of what you've done so far?
You know what? I like all of them for different reasons. One of the things that we did that I really had a lot of fun with was doing that theme song for you. That was just kind of a fun thing to do. I know that that one, and I think Disclosure was a lot of fun, and letting Val take the lead on In Another Life was fun. It was fun for me because I sat down and went into a meditative state when I started writing that song, and she just came filtering into my mind like there was no tomorrow. And okay, ask her if she'll do this. And we sat down and had dinner together. This was a couple of months ago, and I asked her if she'd take the lead, and she took total ownership of that, and she did a wonderful job with it. So kudos.
Now, I mean, do you have any new songs that's going to be coming out here shortly? We're going to be working on one here that's called Here to Make You Feel Good, about that group of spirits from the upside that comes and talks to dejected humans about all the crap that's going on around them, and to make them feel better about who and what they are. And that's going to be one of those high energy, get out on the dance floor and rock on songs, and I think you'll enjoy that one. So yeah, that's the next one you're going to get. Oh, wow. Now, I think James has a couple questions for you. He's been so quiet tonight. James, go for it.
Yeah. Tom, what's your thoughts and where the field of paranormal is going these days, and any advice to anybody out there?
Well, I think my advice to everyone is, and I'll talk to Gary about whether or not he wants me to come back on, that there's a lot of information that I haven't imparted about my past and what I used to do as an investigator of the paranormal. But people have imparted an awful lot of information to me about the reality of where we came from. And that's information for another show. But what I would say to your listening public is this: keep your mind open. Realize that we're not the only game in town. There are experiments within experiments within experiments that have gone on this planet. We're just one. And there are other experiments that creators have made, and you might say they've been responsible for seeding creatures like Homo sapiens throughout other parts of the galaxy. I don't have time to really get into that right now, but reality is a very complex thing. And I think that people need to keep their minds open. And I think that Gary's show is a perfect venue for that. And I really like what you guys are doing. So, okay, keep up the good work. And it's always fun to, even though I don't get to talk to you, James, it's always fun to know that you're in the background.
I got one more quick one. When you were a police officer, did you ever go to a place where you could just feel that there was something there that was not seen, but you knew?
Oh yeah. I walked into a house one time, and you could cut that vibe with a knife. And I don't know. I guess I'm very sensitive to those sorts of things. I've had, cops have a propensity to be very empirical. Not all of them, but I'd say 80% of them, they're like, if I can't touch it, taste it, smell it, it doesn't exist. And then there's guys like me that walk into a room with my background, and all of a sudden you feel that atmosphere, and it sends a chill up and down your spine.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, thank you very much. I figured you, in your travels as a police officer, you had to come across some stuff somewhere along the line. Did you ever see any cryptids or UFOs while on duty also?
I never saw any on duty. Anything that I saw was always off duty. And back when I was a cop, you were very hesitant. I mean, I think that the men and women that come forward with legitimate sightings that they've had, hey, bless them for that. They're willing to come under the consternation of those that they work with to report what they saw and to tell the truth. So, to the men and women out there that are still doing that, hey, God bless you, and keep up the good work. And if you have something like that to report, there are places like UFO Reporting Center, and there's one in the state. There's in fact there's a couple of those. You can always go to MUFON. You can report it there. But get those reports in because they want to know about them.
Hey, Tom, our time is up for tonight. You know what? I will email you tomorrow. Let's get you back on like mid-January. And if you
I'd love to.
And if you want to talk for like about 3 hours, we can set it up we can have a 3-hour, conversation with you.
I would absolutely love to. Like I said, there was a gentleman that imparted some things to me, and this guy, there's a term in the intel community, it's called spook, and this guy obviously had that kind of a background, but we don't have time to talk about that now, so another time.
Okay, well, Tom, you have a good one, and thank you.
Yeah,
hey,
thanks.
You're welcome, and hey, happy holidays to everyone out there, and kudos to those truckers. Keep doing what you're doing. We all depend on you.
Okay. Tom, have a good one, and thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you're welcome, my friend. You take care anytime.
Okay, sir. Well, anyway, our time is up tonight, and tomorrow, I bet you don't even know who we have on tomorrow, do you, James?
Yes, I most certainly
do. Okay, who do we have on? Because I don't. That's why I was hinting.
We have from Ghost Hunters, the TV show, Daryl Marston. And also, he'll be on first, and he's going to, listen, there's some good show there, and he's going to talk about some of his stuff. And then we've got Lyle Blackburn talking about cryptids afterwards.
So it's going to be a great show again tomorrow on Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark. Tell your friends about us. Share us on your media. And tonight, I'm sorry we kind of ventured on the last hour or so about, domestic violence, but I had a bad experience. I just wanted to share it with you, my listeners, in case any of you are going through it, or you know how to deal with it. Till tomorrow, me and James want to say, everybody have a great one, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.